Yo, I wanted to share a story with y'all, man. I take my little girl out to the McDonald's. We go to a little play area, and a family sitting there. And when they done with their meal, they leave all their garbage on the table. They leave all the garbage on the floor. Then other families, it's just garbage, garbage everywhere. And I'm just as embarrassed as I could be. The lady cleaning it up was looking like, oh my God. And I'm looking like, oh my God. I go to get my meal, and all out there, people just left garbage everywhere. And I don't understand that about us. Why do we leave just garbage and trash our communities? The stores, when I take my daughter to Chuck E. Cheese, we just leave the whole table just a pure mess. The whole Chuck E. Cheese is just trashed. Our communities, trash, garbage, everywhere. Why don't we teach our people to take pride in our communities? Nobody else does this. We want respect, but yet we do the dumbest damn things. Teach your children to clean up behind themselves in public, especially. Now, in your personal space, that's different. And my car ain't the cleanest, and my room ain't the cleanest. And my crib, man, I got certain areas to where I neglect. But when I come out in public, oh no, absolutely not. I make sure everything is spotless when I go out and when I'm eating at a table, I make sure all my mess is clean. Because for real, one of us represent all of us. I know a lot of people say, oh no, that person. No. When they look at us and they come into our McDonald's and see how much garbage is everywhere and how trash the place is, they looking at us like, oh, these people, man. And I'm walking in there and I'm like, oh my God, we just don't understand it. We just don't understand it. Family Dollar. Kids just walk out, throw their whole meal, throw all their garbage. It's garbage just absolutely everywhere. In the McDonald's, I started cleaning up after them because it's embarrassment to all of us. It's embarrassment. All of them that was walking in there was looking like, oh my God. These people just are just nasty. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is. When we go out, we are just, and this is something I'm going to call us out on. Bad behavior we do. We complain about injustice, racism all day. Every day. We cry, bitch, and complain just non-stop all day. But when it comes to accountability, we silent. And see, us as a people, man, we can't walk up to each other and say, hey, man, yo, clean up your mess. And I'm about to start doing that. I'm honestly that fed up with us. Straight up. Because we don't know no damn better. And we such a violent, you know what I'm saying? We such a short tempered to where even if I would have went up to that family like, yo, man, come on, man, pick this up. We would have looked at each other like, why are you being meddling? Why are you in my business? This doesn't concern you. But man, yo, one bad behavior represents all us, man. We go out there and do something idiotic and stupid. People looking at us like, yeah, they act just like that. Any place in America you go and it's all of our communities. No, I can't say all of our communities because there is some nice looking, well kept communities we have. I can't say all, but a whole lot. I want to say most. Absolute trash. And I got partners, man, who keep their crib spotless. And that's such a selfish trait. Why? That's such a selfish trait to keep your house spotless. But when you go out, you decide just, it ain't your business. It ain't your, these little kids. See, I worked at restaurants picking up after people. And I'm looking at people like, damn, after your meal, why don't you just clean up after yourself? Make our jobs easier. Why would you want to make my job harder? And it's such a selfish trait. And I was talking to some of my female homegirls about selfish traits that we have. We'll rather spend $1,000 on an outfit instead of life insurance for our children. Um, we'll spend $1,000 on some shoes instead of investing our money in real estate, stock markets. We'd rather look flashy. We backwards. We must teach our children because this generation is done. It's over for this generation. Over. But if we could get our children, if we could teach our children, my little 4-year-old daughter knew better. When she finished her yogurt, she said, Daddy, I'm done with my yogurt. Let me throw this away. And she walked to the garbage, she threw it away. I don't think that we're stupid people. We don't teach our children better. We'll teach our children to complain, and they got that. They already know to complain. They got complaining down packed. We'll complain. But when it come down to accountability, we don't want no parts of that. No parts of accountability. No parts. We want to cry, complain, and complain some more. But understand this, man, when y'all see your children out there, teach them. And as we was walking out, there was people in there, and I told my daughter, don't you ever come in public and just throw your stuff away. At 4, I'm teaching her this. At 4. I'm teaching my daughter this. Clean up after yourself. Don't ever just throw your stuff out here in public. Don't ever do this. Pick up after yourself. She seen me picking up after them, after us. And she said, Daddy, whose is that? I didn't throw that down. I said, I know you didn't throw it down, but other people threw it down. Don't ever be this messy and dirty in public. That's embarrassing. She said, okay, Daddy, why don't we teach our children better? Why? Such an embarrassment, man. I'm just so embarrassed and ashamed at the end of the day that we don't even jump. We don't jump on social media. We so scared to call ourselves out. All we do is share videos that's about negativity. If I jumped on this video and talked about who I hate and who I want to beef with and who I can't stand or whatever, people will love it. But when it's about upliftment, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to talk about that. This last thing we want to do is talk about upliftment and doing better. But I'm telling y'all, as a people, we must teach our children better. And that's something that's easy to teach. Teach your children to take some pride in our communities. Clean up after yourself. They take after what we do. They covet what you see. When you see bad, you do bad. When you see it's funny to go out and trash the place, that's what they was taught from their parents. Their parents are teaching them, just leave this food here. Let me just throw my Happy Meal and my McDonald's and all this other stuff. Let me just throw it on the ground anyway. I don't know what to say about us. We got to do better. Anyway, let me get out of here. Peace.